And we are so excited and delighted that you have tuned into the very latest episodes of The Good News. So give us some good news, TJ.
Some of the good news is some of the new TV watching options.
Such as?
I know everyone was waiting, anxiously anticipating the return of Scandal.
Scandal was awesome. You know, Scandal has to be awesome for me to miss Thursday night football.
I was going to say that.
Even though the team that played Thursday night, I had the computer and the laptop and everything going. The teams that were playing wasn't teams that I normally follow anyway, so I was getting what I needed from them. But to just watch a TV show over a football game normally is unheard of. But Scandal has broken that mold on me.
You know, I really am probably the only person in the world who was hoping that Scandal would not return. I really liked the nice little neat tie-up of all the stories as the season ended for season 3. I liked Carrie flying off into the sunset with Jake.
You know, I understand that. But those who count on that good income they were generating from Scandal would disagree with you wholeheartedly. So.
Well, then there's this new show, How to Get Away with Murder.
That was good. I like that also. I don't know where they would go with it from it. You know, the lawyer / professor is somebody's person, I guess. You know, she was scandalous in her own right.
Yes. So I'm going to have to play Christian advocate.
Okay.
Not devil. Christian advocate.
Christian advocate. And
say, oh, what has TV watching come to? You know, I was really concerned about Scandal moving to 9 o'clock. Like, because there's some stuff that goes on in Scandal that I'm just not sure is supposed to be on at 9 o'clock.
Well, they have that TV-MA. It's for mature audience. Parents, when you see that MA, that means send your kids to bed. I used to have to be at bed at 9 o'clock. Why the kids ain't go to bed at 9 o'clock now?
Okay.
I'm just saying, IJS. But you know, Scandal is one of those shows that people like to quote the lines on Facebook and Twitter, and you know, it's just full of one-liners.
If I had $1 for every time you said, I am the hell and the high water.
Well, there was one that took me to, you know, I had another one too. You know, don't piss on my Stetson until it's raining. You know, I hope they bring Hollis back.
Well, they brought everybody back, so it's. I guess it was okay. I guess I'll do another season since it couldn't end the way I wanted it to end. I'm just so over Fritz and Melly. Just so over.
So if you had to pick one liner out of the episode this past week, what would it be? What would be your favorite one liner?
I don't know. Huck telling her to wait in line, pull a number.
He's Randy, the counter guy. Well, I think you know mine.
What's that?
It's 1976 down there. Boy, I laughed so hard at
Melly is off the chain. I just love her character.
Melly, she's gone. She says it's like 1976 down there. You don't want it.
Okay, and then we had the opportunity to go see
The Equalizer.
Awesome.
Academy Award worthy.
Yes.
Denzel Washington.
It was really,
He's
really
worthy of
good.
Academy for this movie.
But it was really, really gory. How much more blood, murder, guts can we watch? You
know, I would call, if it wasn't Denzel Washington, it would be considered a guy flick.
Yeah.
But Denzel Washington brought the women out there. That was a guy movie.
Yes.
You know, you got crime, family going on. You got mob and all this stuff. That's stuff guys will see. But the reason women saw it and they see this blood and gore because they see what guys normally look at, because they always come to see Denzel. And you know, to most people delight, I guess, and to some of y'all's, I don't know, but Denzel don't take off his shirt no more. So, you know, I don't know if that disappoints some of y'all or not.
No, we're okay with that.
Yeah, but Denzel is a classic actor. He don't have to take off his shirt no more. He's paid his price for that. So.
And if we need this shirt taken off, he can do another one with Mark Wahlberg and let him take his shirt off. He can still take his off.
Yeah. Whoever, you know, Denzel can still carry a movie by himself. He don't need a side chick. So. But that was a good movie, though. I remember the Equalizer, the TV show, and I can't. So I meant to Google the actor name he played on. Yeah, but he played on a lot of stuff. Now he still acting. He actually played the Equalizer. But that was a great TV show. And when I saw the movie coming out called The Equalizer, I knew it was something I wanted to see. I just didn't know if I wanted to see it at the box office when it first came out the first weekend. But considering it was Denzel Washington, why not let him get #1 rated movie this weekend? So
you know, I believe I'm gonna make that my new name for Jesus.
What's that?
My equalizer.
Equalizer.
My healer, my provider, my equalizer. I like it.
It was a good movie, and that's name. You know, that's one of the many names that Jesus carried. You know, to me, he's still the lily in the valley and little baby Jesus.
Morning star.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about your message for today. This is the part 3 of your series that you've been preaching on. I want to be like Jesus, and you've been coming from 2 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, and verse 18.
Yeah.
So you talked some today, again, about the transformation of Jesus, transformation of us to look and be like Jesus, and but that we don't want to do the persecution. And you gave us some new thoughts today.
That shows.
So you told us that we needed to have God's power, presence, and purpose.
Yeah.
And you talked about the power of taming the tongue.
Yes.
And then you went right to football. I don't know how that happened. About excessive celebration penalties. And that one really stuck out to me because I think in the church you don't see as much celebration as you used to.
And you know, looking at football this weekend, how when I was watching my football, my dogs, my Georgia Bulldogs yesterday,
Hunker down, dogs.
Todd Gurley scored a touchdown that he worked hard for.
Yes.
He spiked the ball, pointed to the end zone, and he got a penalty for excessive celebration. And it just made me think about how when we work hard for something, don't we deserve the right to celebrate the goodness of whatever it was that got us there? You know, we don't know what he said, but we don't think he was taunting. He was just excited about scoring a touchdown. And it made me think about the church pastor I talked about a couple weeks ago, where the church was celebrating and making so much noise that they called the police and locked up the pastor. You know, I said, people who like to show emotion for the excitement for the work that they've done by being in the will of God shouldn't be penalized by celebrating it.
Yeah.
You know, but we want to shut everybody up, and the church has gotten shutting up. Now, the church has shut up and gotten quiet. You know, we don't want to celebrate anymore. We just assume that it's supposed to happen. Yeah. And I don't know where to go with that yet, because I come out of I come out of church that love to celebrate. You know?
And I like the idea of sharing and saying and showing and just every way possible exhibiting what Jesus is doing in my life and still doing, has done, and will continue to do. That's what being a Christian is all about. People should be able to look at you even in the midst of a storm and see that you are certain, that you are convinced that God has a plan and God is in control.
You know, I truly believe that Jesus was one that celebrated. Jesus celebrated. I don't know if he hooped, but I believe he celebrated, you know. But
I think he might.
You think he'd kick his leg and stomp and put his hand behind his ear?
And he would say, "I'm so good, I just can't tell it all." Yes, he would.
He preaching the third party. You know, we love third party speakers.
Hey man, you got me ready to do some excessive celebration right now.
So, you know, and I think God should be celebrated.
Yes.
I think what God is doing in our life through his son, Jesus Christ, should be celebrated.
I've been excessively blessed, so I will excessively celebrate.
Bless his name at all times.
Praise.
You know, it's so amazing how when you just think of the goodness of the Lord, not only do our soul get happy, but it shows in our expression.
Boy, I'm getting ready to run.
Well, we got a runner in here. I love when they have that too. They have a church and they have a runner going around and people get to clapping and watching runner run laps around this church congregation. You know, it's nothing like celebrating the good news. Hence, we here every week with the good news.
That was awesome.
Wasn't it though?
So, while we're celebrating, can we celebrate a victory in your fantasy football this week?
Well, this past week was quite interesting. Originally, I had a hard-fought battle with one of our teams in our league this year, and we fought to a tie. But after further review, the 4-letter network fantasy league that we belong to went and reviewed my point total and deducted a point, which gave me my first loss since before. I guess my first loss since last year before I became champion of the Revenue League, Revenue League fantasy football last year. Which, by the way, a bird had informed me that they will be doing a trophy presentation for the Fantasy Football League champion from last year. As he won a well-fought game over an opponent last year that was undefeated. Well, let's have fun with that one. And I know that person know that I'm having a good time, and we can delete some of that. But fantasy football is going great. So we have some good teams, and we have some very passionate owners. And this week, I have a couple of key players on bye. So I'm planning on giving it my all. But if I'm gonna have a hiccup, this will be the week I'll have the hiccup.
Okay. Well, the idea, just the concept of fantasy football and it bringing so many people together with a game that they're so passionate about.
Yeah.
Man, why didn't I think of that?
Millions and I'm gonna say billions are being made off fantasy football.
Yes,
and they even have paid fantasy football leagues, so they can get paid benefits and incentives of certain milestones and things like that.
I'm gonna start a fantasy scandal league. You put those two together, that's got to be a moneymaker.
What would be the scandal?
I have no idea. Fantasy lingerie football.
Oh, then you said something. The lingerie football brought the best of both worlds to that event.
Yes, for its viewers.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for another great episode of The Good News. I'm just loving this season 3. I'm loving being able to bring the good news to each and every one of our viewers. Please continue to comment and subscribe. Ask us what our shirt means.
We talked about this before, I think. Did we tell how this shirt got birthed?
No.
Okay, so we won't tell. Okay. So if you want to know what this acronym means on our shirts, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Instagram. Where else we are? We everywhere.
All of them places.
You can call us on our phones. Don't call us on our phones. Unless you know us already.
Hey man, well, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. It means the world to us, and we hope that we are bringing some good news into each and every one of your lives. Celebrate Jesus excessively this week.
I'm drawing a penalty. I'm getting a penalty this week, throwing the yellow flag.
Amen.
So until the next time,
good day and good night.